All right, it said we live. Let me check it on YouTube. Are we live? It ain't popped up on YouTube yet. Do y'all see it yet?
No.
You see us?
Yep.
It ain't working on mine, but it's there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't know what's going on mine.
It said watch live now.
Let me see. No, do you see?
Yes. I see no.
I don't know why it's not on mine. Hold on. I've been having a little problem with this thing anyway. That means it's time to get a new iPad. There it is. There it is. And a one, and a two, and a three.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's reaching all people ministries, and I'm Brother Ronnie. We just appreciate you coming on in. Good brother to my right, let them know who you are.
Brother Sterling.
Brother Sterling Silver. Thank you for coming on in, Brother Sterling. I appreciate you for reading today. You and Sister Sophia, they on the road. They in an undisclosed location. Y'all don't need to know where they at. But we just thank you for coming on in and reading for us today. We got a great, powerful lesson. We thank all of the saints of the Most High Yah that decided to keep the Shabbat with us today. We sure appreciate you. We sure appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna say a little quick announcement on the front end. I see we got 20 in here, which is great. I want to say that Brother Sterling and Sister Sophia is going to be welcoming in a baby girl into the world real soon. Her name is Analea, and it means grace and favor. That's what that name means. I said, all right. Most High blessing him, get him the fruit of the womb. Gonna be a little baby girl. Gonna grow up to be a great and powerful, mighty woman of Yah. So it's always a blessing to hear that people are being fruitful and what? Multiplying. Being fruitful and multiplying. I'd be excited. I was bugging the brother. Hey, man, let me know. He forgot to tell me. And I said, hey, brother, did you ever find out? Let me know. And then he sent me the gender reveal video, and it was pink mist everywhere. I said, oh, they having a woman child, which is great and wonderful and grand and glorious, ain't it?
It is.
Yes. But thank you for coming on in, Sterling Silver, you and Sister Sophia. You know, like I do every week, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, you are in the land of the living one more time. And the Most High deserve praise, honor, and glory for that. Auntie and Unc and DJ, they was on the way. Boys, rain just got all of splash, got all on their windshield where they couldn't see, and then their car went all the way to the center median, to the center, and they didn't get hit. They didn't get hit. I said, all right. Do you know that rain and stuff stop some people from coming to Shabbat service sometimes? They didn't let the rain stop. Y'all didn't let the rain stop y'all, did it? She said for some reason she got up early this morning and was praying. And that was why. Just pray to thank the Most High that they still amongst us, amongst the land of the living one more time. Because I could have been next Shabbat or whatever day, could have been doing a funeral service, couldn't I? Don't none of us know the day or the hour, do we? We don't. But there's a few people that are not amongst the land of the living. This first one is, and I hate to, when these people be so young, a 23-year-old football player. We talking about car crashes. He died in a car crash. 23 years old, one of the quarterbacks for the University of Colorado football team. Died in a car crash. I believe it was last Sunday, I think. But gone, 23, in the prime of his life. See, children and youngsters, they think they invincible, don't they? I pray that the Most High have, not saying that he thought that, but I'm just saying young, cut down in the prime of his life. Another football player, 25 years old. I think the week before, his name was Rondale Moore, professional football player, 25 years old, committed suicide. You would think that, man, you in the NFL, you got money, you got the, hey man, you trying to tell you, it can be taken from you real quick. Lou Holtz, the football coach for the Notre Dame a long time, he's not the coach anymore. 89 years old, passed away. So but condolences to all that lost their life. and that prayers for their families, because death is still amongst us, isn't it? It's still, hey, that it's a covering cast over all nations. Sin and death is a covering cast on all nations, ain't it? But one day, death is gonna be swallowed up in what? Victory. That day you're gonna have to, when we get them perfect bodies, death, where is that sting? Where is your victory? I like Hulk Hogan used to bust out his shirt. Ooh, yeah. Gonna have your superpowers, and man, I'm trying to tell you. Right. But thank everybody for coming on in today. We're gonna greet the people, but give the Most High praise, honor, and glory if you in the land of the living. Got another testimony. I had a long week this week. We had teacher conferences on what was it, Tuesday? And so really basically worked a 12-hour day. Boy, them be some hard times. And when you do that in the beginning of the week, guess what it make the rest of the week be? Long. But anyway, yesterday I was dealing with this tooth again. Bad toothache. I mean, all day basically. I'm like, what's going on? I took my little natural antibiotic. It helped a little bit, but boy, it was hurting me all day. But when the Shabbat came in, I felt that I was sitting down and I just felt like some nerve sensation. Like it affected all the front teeth right here. I'm like, what the heck is that? And all pain just subsided. No pain. I still like that now. I say even pain, no, it got to rest on the Shabbat. But I say I got to get these two teeth taken out. My aim is to get them took out this summer. Get them took out. Y'all pray that the Most High just keep me where I ain't in no excruciating pain. I might have to take some pliers and pull them out myself to get to that point. But hallelujah. Let's greet our people, and we're gonna get in the scripts, and so I can get y'all in and out of here. We just had a storm in here, ain't it? Rain everywhere. I did the prequel video for this week lesson. I just put the one for last week up this morning. I was like, just got behind. Busy week. But I'm going to upload the other prequel before I leave out of here today for the class today. It's a little 20-minute video for people that don't want to watch. No, I'm going to upload it tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it today because I want people to watch the real one, the long one, but they can get the prequel tomorrow. Let you know what the class is going to be about. But anyway, let's see. Double honor to the elders, Elder Henry, and thank you for coming on in, Elder. I saw what you did. I got what you sent. I got it. Thank you, Elder, for all you do for the ministry. Brother Guy's with you. Brother Isaac is with you. Thank you, good brothers, for keeping the Shabbat with us today. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming on in. Mother Pope, thank you for coming on in. Yes, that's right. She said Romans 11:36. For from humans through him and to him are all things, to him be glory forever. All the glory is for him. We were just singing a song, holy, 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 wasn't it? Worthy to receive honor, worthy to receive praise, worthy to receive all the glory, right? Everything's supposed to be to what? His glory. But thank you for coming on in, Mama J. Pope. It's always a blessing. Chief Scientist, thank you for coming on in. Sister Bernadine, I just got a notification on my phone. Thank you for what you did too. Good, sir. Just I said, oh, okay. My phone did a little vibrate. I said, what's that? It popped up on my phone. I appreciate that, Sister Bernadine, Sister Faith. It's a blessing to have you amongst us today. Brother Woody, time to learn. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. Thank you for coming on in. Woody Security. Grind like Josh, thank you for coming on in, good brother. You, Sister Jazz, and Baby Malachi. Not gonna be long before I see Baby Malachi in the flesh with my own eyes. Hold the little fella. Hold him up. Thank y'all for coming in. Kelvin Ben Yahuwah, thank you, good brother, for coming on in today. It's a blessing to see you. I saw what you did too. I appreciate you, good brother. I appreciate you. Everything you've been doing for this ministry and help holding up our hands. Thank you. Sister Yanis, Teshua and family, thank you for coming on in. And little baby Claire up in here. Baby Malachi, Warrior Caleb. I said maybe no, that's the wrong baby. Warrior Caleb and baby Charlotte, I should say. Malachi belongs to grind like Josh and Neil. They like, hey man, what kind of show you running around here? You can't be giving people babies away. Never would do such a thing. These are that mug shot at the title shook her heart. Well, yeah, y'all, you ready for prison? I was smiling though, smiling. Yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere with that today. Yeah, it's gonna be a blessed class. Brother Ken, keep them commandments and you'll be in. Thank you for coming on in. Yeah, he said he liked that new look, Sterling. Sterling looked like he finna go pimp some rides. You know, he looking like Exhibit. Look good on him, don't it? Woo, brother. I'm about to tell Brother Tristan he fired. I got a new bodyguard now. Hey, it looks good. Don't it look good on him?
It does.
Auntie said it does. It looks great. It looks great on him. But thank you, Brother Ken, for coming on in. You and Sister Fancy Nancy. Appreciate you. Yeah, who we got? Brother Yehuda and Sister Pam, I am. Thank you for coming on in today. Yeah. The key to life is Torah. Thank you for coming on in, Key to Life. It's a blessing to see you, North Carolina crew. It's a blessing. Best name on the internet. Torah, aka Yeshua, is the Yahushua, he's the living Torah. The incarnate Torah. If the Torah looked like something, it looked like him, right? Thank you for coming on in today. But we're gonna decrease that he might increase. Put it on up here. Pray, and we'll get on into the scripts. Share screen. All right. Let me turn it down just a tad. All right, good brother. All right. Let's start. All right. As soon as I see it, get a confirmation on YouTube, we will go ahead and say our prayer. There we go. Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation many millennia ago. Father, we just thank you for all your people that came to hear your word, and we thank you that you would bless them. We thank you that you would edify them. We thank you that you would change them for the better in their lives. Father, we just ask you on today that you just refresh them spiritually, mentally, financially, and in every way. Father, we just thank you right now that your people won't just be hearers of your word, but they will be doers of your word, because hearers get the faith and doers get the results. Father, we just thank you right now that your spirit will flow through me and Brother Sterling and cause us to say the things that we need to say that would administer life-changing experiences for these people. Father, we just thank you that they will be just refreshed and healed and filled and set free. Father, we just thank you right now that you alone will get all the praise, all the honor, all the glory, do your name. And we thank you that the devil is doomed, damned, and defeated. And we seal this precious prayer in the precious name of your son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, but times of refreshing comes from being in the presence of the Most High. Get in his word. The Sabbath should not be the only day you get into his word, should it? You know, we need to be supping with the Father every day, shouldn't we? Praying every day, reading every day, singing every day, you know? But what are we talking about today? Are you ready for prison? Sterling, if you can turn your mic down just a little bit. I think it's picking up some feedback in the back a little bit. But what are we talking about today? Are you ready for what? Prison. Brother Ronnie, who is that behind bars? That look like Brother Ronnie behind some bars, don't it? But you know, who think they can decode what those numbers are? Who think they can decode what those numbers are? Sterling, you think you can decode what those numbers are?
No, it's not ringing any bells.
What about you, Auntie? Anybody can type it in the chat if you think you know what some of them numbers mean. She said probably some scriptures. You on the right track. Anybody? No, that you got 613. That's 613 commandments. 316. What's that? What is it? What's the scripture that go with that? John 3. For y'all so love the world. And what the 1,000 for? 1,000-year millennial reign. What the 12 for? 12 disciples, 12 tribes of Israel. So if Brother Ronnie gonna be in some prison, it's gonna be for some righteousness' sake. It ain't gonna be because he out here committing crimes. Gonna be in prison for some righteousness' sake. Because guess what? Good people, we have Brother Ken pick, Sister Yanis Tashua, she picked up on him, folks picking up on it, there you go, Mama C, and the Doves, thank you for coming on in, but yeah, we have all been taught about what sugar and spice and everything nice, haven't we? That's what modern day Christianity is. It's all about just blessings. And we don't tell, and if we do suffer some persecution, it's just about you can't pay your bill. You can't do this. But weeping may endure for a night. But joy, it come. Yet all is good though. But do you know you should be trying to serve the Father, even if it costs you everything, even your what, your life or even what. Freedom. Are you ready for prison? Most people, all you gotta do is threaten them with some death or threaten them with some prison. They what you want me to do to keep me out of there? What I got to do? Denounce the Messiah. Let's go. Well, you got a guillotine over there. Let me go and put my head up under there and put my head in the guillotine. Y'all know what a guillotine is? That thing that if I got to go, that's the way I want to go. Because once that head is severed, you don't feel a thing, do you? At least I wouldn't think so. I ain't never had my head chopped off. We ain't never been to ask somebody who had their head chopped off. Did it hurt? We ain't never. Does it hurt? We ain't never had nobody to say that. But let's go to Romans 8:35-39. Let's see what the Apostle Paul said, Brother Sterling. Go ahead and get that.
Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written.
All right. Hold on, stop right there. He said, who shall separate us from the love? We already know what the love is. He said, if you love me, what? What'd he say, Brother Sterling? If you love me, do what?
Keep my commandments.
Keep my commandments. What can separate you? Would tribulation separate you? Distress, persecution, famine? Sometimes take that food away from folk, that make them get right, won't it? We already see when the snowstorm came, what they do. Folk was in them grocery store, they were empty, weren't they? Nothing on the shelves. So what you think people are gonna do if it ain't no food? Well, you better read in the Bible sometime what happened when it was famine. One time it was folk were eating donkey heads, selling donkey heads. One time these two women, they made a deal with each other. You today we gonna eat my son, and then tomorrow we'll eat yours. Cannibalism. If they took all the food and took everything away from you and say all you got to do is blaspheme the spirit, guess what most folk gonna do? What spirit? What's going on? They flesh will do anything to be what? Satisfied. But pick it up at verse 36.
As it is written, for the sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Mm-hmm.
For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, our master.
But can't none of that stuff, neither death, somebody threaten you with some death. You should say, you ain't read the scripts, have you? Death won't have no sting one day. that want to save your life. Angels come down. They will be wicked angels, because we got spiritual wickedness where in what? High heavenly places. Come down, denounce. Gone with that. I would like to think that I have grown in the Messiah, grown in the Most High enough that hey, I have to say, hey, it is what it is. Do what you got to do. Nothing should be separating us from him. Distress, nothing. Because a lot of times when people go through things in life, guess who the first person they turn their back on? They get mad at the Most High. He mad. How you let this happen? Why me? Why me? They think the Most High did this stuff to them. No, the devil did this stuff to you. You need to be getting mad at him. We always mad at the Most High. They get mad. Why does he let evil happen in this world? Why is he let this? I don't understand. Why are people hungry? There was a time where people weren't hungry. They had an abundance, didn't they? Why? And they tell them, the Most High this ain't his. He gonna inherit all the nations. Didn't we just read that in Psalms 80, Psalms 82? He gonna inherit. We already know that the Messiah gonna do what? Deliver the kingdom back to his Father. Yeshua said the evil one is coming, and he have nothing in me. He said the evil one is coming. He have he didn't say the evil one. He said the ruler of this world is coming, and he have what? Nothing in me. We know he ain't talking about the Most High. You see the stuff going on. I told you, y'all better go watch our Russia in Bible prophecy class. Look like Russia trying to help Iran. I told y'all, I told you that Russia and Iran, that's Gog and Magog. Go watch that class. Go in the archives and find it. Are they helping them?
They are.
I'm trying to tell y'all, better watch it. Watch it now. But let's go to 2 Timothy 4:1-5. Go ahead and read before we jump off into this. Go ahead.
I charge thee, therefore, before Elohim and the Master Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers, having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry.
Yeah, but see, look at it. You got to be ready. You got to reprove, rebuke. See, today we told, can't nobody judge. You shouldn't be judging nobody. That ain't what the Bible say. The Bible say when you judge righteousness. Don't be judging when you got stuff messed up in your life. If you got your stuff together, you can get on somebody then, can't you? Who are you? Only God can judge me. They don't want to hear sound doctrine. They got itching ears. That means that they want to hear some good stuff. Blessings, sugar and spice and everything nice. They used to say little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. You remember what they said little boys are made of? It said rusty nails and puppy dog tails. That's what they used to say. But anyway, you gotta what? Endure afflictions. What did it say? You gotta give up and blame the Most High. What did it say? Endure afflictions. But I want to focus on, it said, and they shall turn their ears from the truth. That's what people done did today. We know the truth is his law. They done turned their ear. We ain't trying to hear that. But I want to take you to the Bible in basic English. That's one of my favorite translations. We'll read verse 3. What does it say in verse 3? That's the same thing as they will have itching ears. But go ahead, read verse 3.
For the time will come when they will not take the true teaching, but moved by their desires, they will get for themselves a great number of teachers for the pleasure of hearing them.
That's what they gonna do. They heap up for themselves a whole bunch of preachers that they like to hear that talk about what they want to talk about. You got LGBT people, they got LGBT pastors. Don't we want to listen to what he got to say because he ain't gonna tell us what we doing is wrong. What they doing in verse 4?
And shutting their ears to what is true will be turned away to belief in foolish stories.
I don't want to hear. That's what they gonna do. But it says shutting their ears to what is true. This one say it said turn their ears away from the truth. But let's go to Proverbs 28, 4 and 9. What it 4, and then we skip to verse 9. What did it say?
They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination.
Shall be your prayer. If you turn your ear, what did it just say? Didn't it say back here that what they doing? They turn their ears from the what?
Truth.
From the truth. I ain't trying to hear that. It said, if you do that, if you forsake the law, most Christians, they will say, we ain't under that. Then you praising the wicked. You ain't praising the Most High. You praising the wicked. But such as keep the law, you contend with the wicked. You like, no, you fighting the wicked. No, get that mess up out of here. If you turn your ear away from hearing the law, that's the first thing when you say, hey, we got to keep these laws. We ain't under that. Russia is called, I believe it's Russia in Bible prophecy. I'm gonna send that to you. I'm gonna send it to you after Shabbat class, Key to Life, so I make sure that you do get it. Servant of Yahuwah, thank you for coming on in. Son of Kelvin Ben Yahuwah, thank you for coming on in, good brother. But they turn their ear away from it. But we want to see what the word forsake means. The word forsake means azab. It means to leave. They that leave the law, haven't they left it? It says to depart from. It says let alone, abandon it. They say we ain't under that, because they don't know what it really means in Romans 6:14. Apostatize, that means apostatize, meaning you just turned away from doing what the Most High say. Let go. To be deserted. They done deserted the law. Now let's go to the other one. This another one with azab. It says to forsake, refuse. They refuse it. I ain't under that. And you say, Brother Ronnie, if you try to keep one law, you got to keep them all. Yeah. I say it's tied in the law. Yeah. You know what that means? If it's a law, then what? And you doing it, you just by your own admission. If you try to keep one, what? You got to keep them. If you're a tither, you might go on pony up and do the rest of them too, right? But that ain't what that verse means. It said don't pick and choose. Just do what's right. That's all. But anyway, let's get to Matthew. Let's get to the master. Let's see what because at the end of the day, Sterling, do you agree? At the end of the day, it only matters what he say, don't it?
Absolutely.
Ain't that what we go to church for? To worship and praise him?
Mm-hmm.
That's what at the end of the day, his word, what Paul said, well, if Paul did say what you said, then he a liar then, and we're not supposed to listen to him. But Paul ain't doing that. And if Paul is saying what you're saying, he's saying he a liar, and we need to tear his books out too, don't we? But you just misinterpret what he's saying. But anyway, let's go to Matthew 10, 16 to 20. Go ahead and read that, good brother. What did our Messiah say to us?
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. But ye, therefore, wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Be wise as serpents and snakes. But what? Harmless as what? Doves. What are we supposed to do?
Beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
Pause right there. They might deliver you up. What did it say?
They will.
They will. They might scourge you. What did it say?
They will.
They will. See, we ain't taught this, are we? Go ahead, keep it going, good brother.
And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake.
Hold on, governors and king. They gonna take me before Bill Lee. Ain't that our governor? Bill Lee. Bill Lee. Billy. Anyway, never trust a man who first and last name equal just a first name. No, Billy. Bill Lee. Billy. That's his name. And kings. Oh, we going before King Charles? King Charles. They deliver Brother Ronnie up. They were like, what do you got to say for yourself? Cheerio, chap. How about some crumpets and tea? Well, go ahead. Go finish that up.
For a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Mm.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. For it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
Mm-hmm.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of the Father, your Father, which speaketh in you.
Yeah, don't be worrying about what you got. I'm telling you, if you ever delivered up, don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. That's when we're gonna show you that in the script. That's what you're supposed to be when you delivered up. Don't worry. That's why what? That's why Brother Ronnie got a big smile on his face behind them bars. Unc said, what about Big Bubba? What about him? If I'm in here for righteousness, he can't do nothing to me. But if I'm in there for wickedness, I look like my name ain't gonna be Brother Ronnie, it's gonna be Shirley. He's gonna say, what's your name? Brother Ronnie? No, you're Shirley today. Tell them put your dukes up, bro. I tell them we gonna fight to the death. You know, the death. D-E-A-L, death. We gonna fight to the death. To the death, I tell you. And it ain't gonna be me. You hear me? If it's him or me, it ain't gonna be me. You hear me? I'm gonna get that Samson strength in that time. You know, but let's finish it up. Get that verse 21. Go ahead.
And the brother shall deliver you up. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death.
Brother would deliver a brother to death. Yo, brother? Ain't that your brother right there?
Yes.
Unc? Don't you do it. Don't you? They gonna do it. And that's wicked brothers and wicked sisters. Not, you know what I'm saying? It's saying brother shall deliver a brother to what? Death. And
the father, the child.
What? A father gonna give up his child? We gonna show you that today. A father giving up his child. Yeshua ain't y'all. This ooh. Trying to tell you, fathers and the children should do what?
Rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
Your child, your flesh and blood, your child gonna have you deliver you up to be cause you to be put to death. And what else?
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Everybody, you saved, and you gotta endure this thing, y'all. You can lose your salvation. My Uncle Zarlin used to say, abuse your privilege, you lose your privilege. Somebody can't nobody take your salvation away from you. Blaspheme. No, nobody can't. Only you can give it up. You can give up your salvation, blaspheme the spirit, and see what happens. But go ahead. What else they gonna do? They gonna persecute us to what?
When they persecute you in this city, flee ye to another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over these cities of Yasharel till the Son of Man be come.
Mm-hmm.
The disciples is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. It is enough for the disciples that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they call the master of his house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
If they call it, Yeshua said, look, they calling me the devil. So if they calling me the devil, why are you gonna think that's strange? They calling you a devil, right? They hated him. They gonna what? Hate you too. He gonna hate you. Everybody, see, that's your problem. You think that you gotta be liked. I ain't gotta be liked. You hear me? I'm on man. It works. Sometimes the folk, he mean. No, I ain't mean. I'm just telling you like a T.I. is. That's all. If you do what the way that it's supposed to be done, I ain't gonna say jack to you. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, why are you bringing them up in here and they just had recess? You bringing them to me all tired and stuff. You shouldn't be doing that. Have indoor board game playing. He mean. No, I ain't mean. I'm just telling you like a T.I. is. You hear me? I don't play them games. What'd I say? What'd he say? Well, then what you doing? Ain't that how it got to be? So let's go to Luke 21. What did he say? Go at Luke 21.
But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified.
Be not what?
Terrified.
Felt scary. Oh, look what's going on in the world. Gas almost $5. Huh? Went up. Went to pull my a little sedan up. And you know, my sedan, you can only put 93 in it. You can't put nothing below that in there. And look at that price. You just gotta pay it. You know, I ain't being terrified of that. You know, just gotta pay it. You know, hey, but I'm like, this Iran stuff costing us, ain't it? But go ahead.
For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. But the end is not by and by.
This ain't the end yet. And mind you, Yeshua was talking about the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD. What you can use it for. Christians use it for the end time anyway, don't they? But anyway, get verse 10.
Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
And
great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be from heaven.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of stuff, man. But what he gonna do? What they gonna do to you to followers of Messiah in verse 12? What they gonna do?
But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and prosecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and the prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
He said they gonna put you. See, now the Christians, if they think this about them, but how y'all explain these synagogues? They gonna take you to the local shiva down the street? Stop. This wasn't your time, but we just gonna use it because you use it like that way. We gonna use it this way too. But they're gonna put you up in the what? Prisons. So Yeshua just said you might be thrown in what? Jail. Prison. It said that word is fulaki. You better hope you get through in that kind of prison than the lakey of fire. Fulaki. Cage of a place where captives are kept. A prison. Yeshua said they're going to deliver you up. Didn't he say that? Let's go to Matthew 24. What did he say in verse 8? All these are the what?
All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you.
Do they teach us this today, Brother Sterling?
Some do talk about some prosecution on Christians, but not to this extent.
Yeah. But are we persecuted today? Not really. Did nobody stop me from driving all the way to this place, did they? Don't nobody stop me. What you got them tassels on for? Nobody don't stop me for righteousness, do they? I can do what I want, can't I? Now go over there to Iran and stuff, talking about, oh yeah, we finna open up rap ministries, reaching all people ministries. We finna open it up right here in Iran. What they gonna say? No, you ain't. Do you think if I went to Iran today, they gonna let me open up Reaching All People Ministries? Huh? Resist now being afflicted and killed. that's what's gonna happen. They gonna lay hands on me. Then he said they gonna lay hands on you, and they ain't talking about praying for you, putting their hand on your forehead, putting this anointing oil on you. Not that. Put that sword on your neck. That head coming off, and it's gonna roll, ain't it? When they do brother running like that, his head gonna roll. I'll see you when I get back. You there. Oh, I'm gonna have me one of them white Persian horses. I'm coming back for you. Go ahead.
And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
It said iniquity is going to abound. See, most people don't know what iniquity means. To the right, it says anomia. What's that first letter in that rectangle, good brother? That first word in that rectangle, good brother. What did it say that iniquity is?
Lawlessness.
Lawlessness. Ain't nobody under no law, are they? Men with men, women with women. Folks married, divorced, married, divorced, married, divorced, doing whatever they want. Divorcing their wife for no valid reason. What she do? I just don't like her no more. Okay, play that game you want to. What else it say in the yellow?
Violation of law.
Violation of law. What it say above that star, under that star?
Sin.
Sin. He said because lawlessness, because what is sin? Sin is what? Breaking the law. Well, wait a minute, bro. And it even got 1 John 3:4 there. Sin is the what? Transgression of the law. Sin is doing whatever the Most High said not to do. If you do whatever he said not to do, that's sin. If he tell you don't go to work tomorrow until 12 o'clock, if he spoke to you and said don't go to work tomorrow until 12 o'clock, and you go tomorrow at 10 a.m., what would that be? Sin. Sin is doing whatever he said not to do, and then you go ahead and do it. Or if he tell you to do something, you don't do it. That's sin. Lawlessness, violation of the law. Down at the bottom, it says transgression of the law. In the middle, transgression of the law, unrighteousness. So if unrighteousness is sin, what would righteousness be? Not sinning. It said the condition of without law. Contempt and contempt. What does it mean to contempt? Have contempt. Hey, you got hatred for the Most High law. But anyway, but it says in verse 13, what it say? But he that endures to the end, what it say, Sterling?
The same shall be saved.
Now, they love to say that Matthew chapter 24 is the end times, right? You can draw parallels. I do admit that. But what it say in verse 20, though?
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Wait, if that's end times, what are we talking about Sabbath days for? I thought that's done away with. We got it. It's an amateur night. It's showtime at the Apollo in these churches. You got it. Survey says. You know, amateur night with Kiki Shepard and them. You ever watch that on TV? Showtime at the Apollo tonight. What is the Sabbath? I'm just trying to tell you. But I'm just going to tell you, when in prison for righteousness, the Most High will always show up. But first off, what the heck is prison? Look, what is prison? Sterling, what's the definition of prison?
A building in which people are legally held as a punishment for a crime they have committed or while awaiting trial.
Or while awaiting trial. Read them rectangles. What did it say? What else is prison?
jail,
What else?
place of detention,
What else?
lockup,
What else?
place of confinement,
What else? What do it says a correctional facility? The prison that these people got today is a correctional facility, but as hell, is that a correctional facility? No, that ain't no correctional facility. But what else it say?
jailhouse,
Jailhouse. What else it say with them question mark? House of correction. Sterling, is hell a house of correction?
no,
No, it's a place of punishment. It's a place of confinement. You know, when you die, and if you don't die in the Messiah, you go to Sheol, Hades, and you held there until when? The judgment. Now, in a sense of house of correction, it will let you know that what? I was wrong. Atheist ain't no God, but you die and you sitting in a hot place. But I was wrong. Then in that sense, it is a house of correction, then, isn't it? What else they call it?
the slammer,
The slammer. You going to the slammer. And it's what the next one say? The what?
the nick,
The Nick. You know, old Saint Nick. Satan got me. I'm trying to tell y'all. But anyway, let's look at Peter and John when they got arrested. It's the best picture I can find. They got arrested. Let's see, they got arrested. Peter and John before the council. This is after they healed somebody. They healed a lame man at the gate called Beautiful. Go ahead and get that.
And as they spake unto the people, the priests and the captain of the temple and the Sadducees came upon them, being grieved that they taught the people and preached through Yahushua the resurrection from the dead.
That's what they were preaching, his resurrection. Keep going. What these people do to him?
And they laid hands on them and put them in hold unto the next day. For it was now eventide.
All right, stop right. Evening tide, yeah, evening. But what they laid hands on them, was they giving them a shoulder massage, Brother Sterling?
No.
Oh, they laid hands on them, believing for their healing. Is that what they were doing?
No.
What they do? What that mean? They laid hands on them
To take control of them.
to control them, threw them in prison. Locks and buttons. Thank you for coming on in, sister. I just thought about you the other day. Said a prayer for you too, and here you are today. Wow, this I gotta see. Yeah, but let's skip ahead to verse 8. Then Peter, what was he filled with?
He was filled with the Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Said unto them, ye rulers of the people and elders of Yasharel, if we this day be examined of the good deed done to the implement man, but by what means he is made whole?
Mm-hmm.
Be it known unto you all and to all the people of the Yasharel that by my name of Yahushua Mashiach of Nazareth, whom ye crucified, whom Elohim raised from the dead, even by him doeth this man stand here before you whole.
Mm-hmm. Skip down to verse 12. What they say?
Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men, whereby ye must be saved.
The Messiah. It ain't no other way. He said, no man coming to the Father what? But by who? Me. All these Tanakh only, the folks that Tovia Singer, this is Jewish rabbi that's out there talking about that Jesus is not, or Yeshua HaMashiach is not, he said he is not the Messiah. He didn't meet all of the qualifications when he was here. All right, we in trouble then, ain't we? But let's skip to verse 17. Go ahead.
But that is...
Oh, hold on. Well, so basically, they were basically telling him, don't teach in that name no more. Stop it. That's why they in prison. Go ahead.
But that is spread no farther among the people. Let us straightly threaten them that they speak henceforth to no man in this name.
Stop right there. They saying it's evident by the, you can read the verse 13, 14, 15, and 16. You can read that on your own. But they were saying it's evident that they didn't create a miracle, but we can't let this spread no more. We got to forbid them that they henceforth to no man speak this name. What name, Sterling?
Yehoshua HaMashiach.
Yes. And they go ahead, pick it up, and they what?
And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teach in the name of Yahushua.
What? What? Brother Ronnie, yes. I command you. Me? You talking to me? You command me what? See, I'm tough, man. You what? You command me what? I remember I had a job at Bourne Hills Country Buffet. And the guy we had, our boss, one of our supervisors, his name was Steve. And man, he was very condescending a lot of the times. And one time it was me and 3 guys standing. We were just standing, chilling, you know, we weren't busy that day. And he picked me, like he said, who, me? He said, I said, oh, I don't answer the fingers. I said, me as a 19-year-old, I said, oh, I don't answer to fingers. Do you need me to come over there? He's like, yes. Could you please come here? I said, oh, that's better. Would you, if somebody becking you like this, your boss becking you like this, Auntie, are you coming to them? Auntie said, no, no, no. We gonna have a level of respect in here, man. Bro, who you think you talking to, man? No, I ain't lose my, for what? Man, I've been suing. Pull them tapes. We got them, pull the tapes. Pull the tape. He disrespected me. Yeah. But anyway, let's keep it. Don't, Brother Ronnie, you don't preach that no more. Don't preach the Messiah no more. What, brother? What did they even give you a briefcase full of $100 bill? Don't teach it. This yours. You don't teach it no more. Give me that case. Give me that case. I won't preach it no more that day, but the next day I'm right back here preaching it. You didn't say how long. I just stopped yesterday. You didn't. They didn't tell me how long, Brother Sterling. But if they say forever, I'm gonna tell them keep your money because I can't do that. They said, now these $100 bills, they Chris. They are. Let me see. Yep, they are. But no, I can't do it though. Nope, sorry. But anyway, keep reading.
But Peter,
let's see what Peter and John did. What they say?
They answered and said unto them, rather it be right in the sight of Yahuwah to hearken unto you more than unto Yahuwah, judge ye. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. So when they had further threatened them, they let them go, finding nothing how they might punish them because of the people. For all men glorified Yahuwah for that which he was done.
They did what, Brother Sterling? They what?
They let them go.
They let them go. Do righteousness. Even if they got you locked up, hemmed up, if you're doing righteousness, they got to do what? They got to let you go. Turn me loose. That's what I tell them. Turn me loose. That's how the old folk used to say it, isn't it? Turn me loose. I was watching this. It was a parent prank, but these young women were trying to pull this old lady out of the car, and she was fighting them back. She said, turn me loose. Turn me loose. Them girls let her. They said, oh, they let her go. You do right. They were scared because of the people was on their side. They had to turn them loose, didn't they? Well, let's go to Apostle Paul. You know him, the top secret files. Let's go to him. Let's see Paul and Silas locked up. Let's see what happened to them. We're gonna go 20 to 34. Go ahead.
And brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans.
Wait a minute. You can't just run by that. They talking to some Romans, and they said these dudes teaching customs that are not lawful for us to receive. What the heck were Paul and Silas then teaching to these pagan Romans? Because they teaching them Torah. You know, Rome absorbed everything. They teaching them you supposed to only serve the Most High Yah only. You can't just go, willy-nilly just read over. They teach customs which are unlawful for us to receive. Get that verse 22. Go ahead.
And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. And when they had laid
rent off tore their clothes off of them. Then Yeshua said you're gonna have to endure nakedness. These folks love tearing your clothes off of you, don't they? Man, what you doing, brother? This Kenneth Cole. Man, I paid good money for this. How much you paid for it? $14.99. That's good money, ain't it? Shoot. You know, when you go to what's the place called? TJ Maxx, I paid $14.99, but the other ticket price said $59.99. This is a $59.99 shirt. Rich people be like, no, that is not expensive. You know, some folks, Draymond Green told Charles Barkley, he said, hey man, that's a nice suit. How much you pay for it? And Charles Barkley said $1,000. And he said it looked like it. Like he's saying it's a cheap suit. $1,000? That's a high suit to me. Is that a high suit to you? And then Charles Barkley was like, okay, you got me. He said, you know who was talking about you? He said, who? Nobody. I get people with that one all the time. When they Joan on me, I said, hey, guess who was talking about you today? Who? Nobody. But anyway, they tore their clothes off and commanded them to be what, Brother Sterling?
Beat.
And they laid, and when they had laid what?
Many stripes upon them.
What'd they do to them?
They cast them into prison.
Put them in jail. Get your raggedy behind in prison. Charging the jailer to do what? Keep them what? Safely. Keep reading.
Who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks.
What that mean? He made their feet fast in stocks.
They chained them up when they
chained them up. They were running like you ever seen them folks? When they go into jail, they walking handcuffed. They run like that. Put stocks on their feet. Chain their feet up. You ain't going nowhere. What did it say?
And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto Elohim, and the prisoners heard them.
Oh, that's what you got to do when you're in prison. They throw you up in there. I sing praises to your name. Oh, yeah. Praises to your name. They gonna say this man crazy. That what the church. Oh Lord, for your name is great and greatly to. That's what you do. You don't even sitting there curled up in the fetal position. I'm locked up. Oh, why me? No, you sing. They sang praises unto Yah, and the other prisoners did what?
Heard them.
Go ahead. They did what?
And suddenly there was a
hold on. The other prisoners did what?
They heard them.
That means they weren't singing until they said, I sing praises. No, they were singing it while all the prisoners heard them. And suddenly what happened?
There was a great earthquake so that the foundation of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were open and everyone's bands were loose.
Everybody's cuffs came off. See, that's what you got to do. Or you sing the first night and your cuffs don't come off. You get my cuffs didn't come off. I give up. Acts chapter 16, verse 25 and 26 and 27 ain't true. Folks so quick to give up, aren't they? Quick to give up. It ain't true. Now, what you do is you sing it the next night, and the night after that, and the night after that, and the night after that. Right? All the doors are open, everybody. And what happened in verse 27?
And the keeper of the prison, awakening out of his sleep and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled.
Finna kill himself. Why is he finna kill himself? Because if he don't, guess who gonna get him? If you was a jailer back in them days and your prisoners got away, you let them get loose. Guess what they do? They kill you. That was on the book of Eli. The guy was like, Denzel got out, and then the guy was like, he was there all night. I promise, he was there all night. The dude just went pop, just shot him in the head, dead. You gotta guard these people with your what? Your life. The keeper of the prison was going to kill himself. But what Paul say in verse 28?
But Paul cried out with a loud voice, saying, do thyself no harm.
Don't kill yourself. Why?
For we are all here.
Because we all still here. Then what happened?
Then he called for a light and sprang in and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas and brought them out and said, Cyrus, what must I do to be saved?
Why in the world would he say, what must I do to be saved? You think he ain't been hearing them singing praises to the Most High too? They probably was singing the song of Moses and everything, telling the story. What must I do to be saved? What they say?
And they said, believe on the Master, Yahushua HaMashiach, and thou shalt be saved, and thy house.
And your house. What they do though? What they do after that though?
And they spoke unto him the word of Yahuwah.
They didn't get them their own. They didn't get them their own word. They gave him the Most High word. They gave him scripts. Because if you see, we think believing means just in your mind. No, believing means you doing something. If you believe the word, you do the word. They said, believe on the Most High and believe on Yeshua HaMashiach, and thou shalt be saved, you and your house. And they what? Spake unto him the word of the Master. Right? Not their own words. And they said it to, who else did they speak the word to?
To all that were in his house.
To all that were in his house. Now, if you really want to know, I'm gonna do a class that show you what they used to do. How did they win people? I'm gonna show you. All they used to do was start all the way back with Abraham, and then they would go out, and their story would always end up with Hamashiach, Yeshua. That's how they did. That's how Peter did it. That's how Stephen did it. That's how Paul did it. That's how you preach Hamashiach. You start all the way from where? From Abraham all the way back to who? Yeshua, where it ends at. That's every single time. That's how it was done in the Bible. I'm just trying to tell you that. We're going to do a class on that. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, what happened?
And he took them the same hour of the night and washed their stripes and was baptized. He and all his straightway.
Immediately, all his folk, they heard the word of the Lord, the Master, and they were baptized and was what? Saved. The same night? My goodness. That's why Paul them didn't leave, because Paul knew we got to get this man in the kingdom. I can't, because most folks, your band, the earth shake, the doors open, your bands come off. Guess what you do? Deuces. We up out of here. But his whole house. So not only that, they washed their stripes and all that and gave them food to eat. But let's skip to chapter 23. Let's see Paul still in prison. Paul, he's in prison another time. What did it say?
And when there arose a great decision, the chief captain, fearing lest Paul should have been pulled in pieces of them, commanded the soldiers to go down and to take him by force from among them and to bring him into the castle.
It ain't no castle. Matter of fact, I didn't put it in here. I'm about to put it in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. Like, how I didn't put that in here? Let me put it in here right now for you good people. Let's make this, show y'all how Brother Ronnie work. Boop, let's make that small. Let's pull that. Let's put this on in here. See what this is. Is that the right? Yeah, that's it right there. I didn't put it in there. It's in there now. You hear me, Auntie? It's in there when?
Now.
It's in there now. The slideshow. All right, it's in there. All right. But that word castle, it's a castle? I thought you said he was in prison, Brother Ronnie. Remind me of Sister Erica. Brother Ronnie. Hey, Brother Ronnie. I said, hey, how you doing, Sister Erica? What can I do for you today? Oh, nothing, just calling. But anyway, let's get parabole. It says barracks. Barracks. It's an army barracks. They put it. This is basically a military prison they putting them in. You know, Tower Antonia, Fort Antonia. That's that wall that everybody pray at and put them prayers in Jerusalem. That's what that is. That ain't the temple. That is Fort Antonia. Because Yeshua said that not one stone will be left upon another. Didn't he say that? Then if he said that and that didn't happen, he a liar then, ain't he? But anyway, that's the Roman Fort Antonia. But anyway, they took him to the castle, and what happened?
And
Hold on. They ain't finna take you to a nice castle by force, are they? No, this somewhere else they going. This is an old English book, folks. Elizabethan English translation. They gonna say castle. But what happened? And the night following, what happened? While he in military prison, what happened?
The Adon stood by them and said, "Be of good cheer, Paul, for as thou hast testified of me in Jerusalem, so must thou be witness also at Rome." Bear
what
with.
he telling him to sulk and be sad. What he say?
Be of good cheer.
Be of what?
Good cheer.
Be of good cheer. See, when we get arrested, this is what we be like, what he gonna do? Why me? No, he said be of what? Be of good cheer. Sing praises. Get these folks in here saved. Right? Let's look at James and Peter. James and Peter again. Watch this. This at Easter time. Come on. Get that. 1 through 19. We ain't gonna read all of it, but go ahead.
Now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword.
He killed who?
James.
He said, James, where's James? It's a lot of Jameses, y'all. Dang, James. She didn't say dang though, did she? She broke that crystal punch bowl. James had died. But anyway, so you gotta know this is the James that died, James of Zebedee, but them all the other Jameses. All right, brother John. You all right? You got it? Good. But dang, James. And that show went downhill after James left, didn't it? Like, man, how y'all get rid of James? The dynamite didn't even sound the same after the dynamite. No James. Get that daddy at the house. It sure go down, don't it? But anyway, they killed James, and verse 3.
And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded forth to take Peter also. Then were the days of the unleavened bread.
You know, we getting into the Passover season. We ain't far away. Go ahead.
And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to the four quaternions,
Quaternions, yeah.
quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter, Passover, which is Passover, to bring him forth to the people.
Where they keep Peter at?
Prison.
They kept he in jail. Let's see what happened when he in jail though. And when Herod had brought him forth, what happened? What happened?
That same night, Peter was sleeping between the two soldiers, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of Yahuwah came upon him, and a light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, "Arise quickly." And his chains fell off his hands, from off his hands.
All right. Stop right there. When you do righteousness, the Most High show up, don't he? He smote. Where is it? He's smoking. Get up. You know how somebody sleep, you get up, let's go. But we finna see this same thing happened to Paul and them, but they stayed, didn't it? But this same thing with Peter. Let's see what he do though. Go ahead.
And the angel said unto him, "Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals." And so he did. And he said unto him, "Cast thy garments about thee, and follow me." And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but that he saw in a vision.
He thought he was dreaming. What the world is going on? But keep going.
And when they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, "Now I know of a surety that the master has sent his angel."
All right, stop right there. So in the angels bust him out of jail, didn't it? Get a pot of coffee. Oh, we ain't talking about aliens. He ain't up today. But anyway, no. He said, "Now I know of a surety, an angel. The Most High sent this angel. An angel can break you out of prison if you dare wrongfully." And I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube where people have been locked up for 20 and 30 years, and then they come to find out they ain't did nothing. That's crazy. Evidence suppressed. What? And guess what color these people always is? Auntie said chocolate. For real. Nothing against, other races of people, but my goodness, why are we, and it is some innocent white ones in there, but most of the time it be of the Negro persuasion, don't it? One man, these two 14-year-old twins had said that a guy had raped them. This dude was in jail for 35 years. They let him go. And these two women still hanging on to the, yeah, they did. Well, we got 44 years out of him. That was how long he was in jail for, 44 years. Then come to find out that these two girls were promiscuous, very promiscuous. Let that brother out, man. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, let's skip to we don't gotta read out. We just see that guy that we got out of there, right? They got out. Most High get you out. Let's go to Isaiah. See, now we just showed you a lot of New Testament, haven't we? Now we got to show it to you in the Old Testament, because the Most High, he always operate the same, don't he? Did he just get his servants out of prison? Let's get Isaiah 40. Hey, get Isaiah 46:9.
"Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am Yahuwah, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
All right, stop right there. He just do stuff the same way over and over. We ain't gonna read all this. The thing that we read this all the time. That which have been is what, Sterling?
Which is to be hath already been. That
Read
which
that
is to be. All right, I'll just read the 15. That which has been, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been.
That's what he do. It just repeats. Look at that. Everything that is written is for our what? It's for our what?
Our learning.
For our learning. All of the old stuff, everything in the scripture is for our learning. So we're gonna look at Joseph. You say, what that dude on the left? Who is that? Is that Joseph in the back? No, this is a painting of this guy named Joseph Kinnick. You know the guy from Amistad? You ever heard the Amistad story? Where he led a rebellion, give us free. Remember that movie that won all them Academy Awards? But anyway, we know about Joseph being sold into slavery and thrown into prison, don't we? And this class is good for people that's locked up and you ain't did nothing wrong. The other people, you got to do your time. Right? But let's go to Joseph. And then the Bible said, then Yeshua say, and brother shall deliver up brother. Let's go. Let's see who delivered up Joseph. Go ahead.
And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him.
Who is they?
Jacob's sons.
Yeah, Jacob's son, Joseph's brothers. They have been. Can you imagine? I can't even imagine my 4 children. I got 4 children. 3 of them conspiring to kill one of them. Oh, we gonna get him. Why? Because daddy like him so. Why he like him so much? We gonna kill him. What? That's what they call sibling rivalry, ain't it? What they say in verse 19, what they call him?
And they said to one another, behold, this dreamer cometh.
This dreamer. Because he dreamed that they was bowing down to him. This dreamer. Go ahead.
Come now, therefore, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams.
They said some evil beast devoured him. But anyway, go ahead.
And Reuben, being the firstborn, heard it, and he delivered him out of their hands, and said, let us not kill him.
Reuben said, no, we can't kill this, bruh. We can't kill him. We can't do that. But long story short, they sold him to some Ishmaelites, didn't they? And he ended up in Egypt. So let's skip to chapter 39. What did it say? And Joseph's master took him and what?
And put him into prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison.
In prison. Why he was in prison? Because Potiphar's wife was trying to get him. Lie with me. He's like, I can't lie with you. You must ain't seen R. Kelly and Ronald Isley video. Yeah, we seen it. You're contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. Sexy lady, you drive me crazy. You drive me wild. See, Potiphar's wife wanted a big Mr. Big situation, didn't he? It's R. Kelly and them. What the heck is going on between the sheets in my home? You see what I'm saying? He said, no, I can't do that. Ran out his jacket, didn't he? And got through where, Brother Sterling?
Got through that door.
In prison. The big house, the slammer. But he got favor there, didn't he? Mama Margie, thank you for coming on in, Mama Margie. Good to see you. Good to see you. And when Potiphar, she feeling all bad because somebody then turned her down. Don't you know they messed her pride up? He don't want all this. He don't want these goodies. He tried to rape me. That's what she said. So when Potiphar got there, he said, "What the heck is going on?" he tried to rape me. She should have just swallowed her pride and tried to get another fella. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but what happened when he was in prison? Verse 21.
But Yahuwah was with Joseph and showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison.
And
the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison. And whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it.
Hold on. That's a favor for you. You get locked up, you ain't did nothing, but the Most High make it where you over all the prisoners, ain't you? I'm over everybody. This woman tried to make a situation. Let's just say he did lay with this woman and Potiphar walk in on it. What he get? He get what? Death. He would have got death. The woman would have said, what he said, shut up. Can't you see two men is talking? Thought I. You know that song, Auntie. That was a song back in the day, wasn't it? But he over everything. And the Most High may cause him to prosper. That's what verse 23 said. But let's see what else happened when he got out of prison. What happened? What did Pharaoh say?
Pharaoh said that thou shalt be over my house, and according to thy word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou.
Mm-hmm.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Mizraim. Mm-hmm. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand.
Took his ring off. And did what?
And put it upon Joseph's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And arrayed him in vestures of fine linen. And put a gold chain about his neck.
Gave him some bling bling. You got folks around here teaching that you can't wear necklaces. No jewelry. Why didn't Joseph say, hey, take that off me? We ain't allowed to wear that.
Put in jail to train.
Mm-hmm.
He was in training to be the ruler.
In training to be the ruler. I'm gonna start over these prisoners first. Made everybody bow the knee, and he made him ruler over all of Egypt. See, you'll get these around. You see them gold chains? Huh? Silver, that, yeah, I can't get that gold. I can't get all that. But look at that. Got them chains on, man. I gave my son one of these chains. 2 of them I gave him, didn't I? Gave him 2 chains. You got to be ready. Some prison, bring it on. For righteousness' sake, that is. Well, let's show you who are these 3 guys. We ain't going to read all this. Y'all know this story. But they just doing, look at that. They had to be in a burning fiery furnace, didn't they? That ain't no new story. That happened to Abraham too. Wait a minute, brother Ronnie. That ain't happening to no Abraham. That's why you need this back in your Bible. Go watch our Book of Joshua class. Look at that. Nimrod threw Abraham in the what? Fiery furnace. Why? Yeah, threw him up in there. But why? This is Abraham talking to Nimrod. We just gonna start it right there. Go ahead. What did it say?
Oh, foolish, simple, and arrogant king. Woe unto thee.
What did it say?
Ignorant, my bad.
There you go, good brother. There you go. But he was arrogant too. What he called, oh, foolish, simple, arrogant king. Ignorant king. The me and Sterling, we adding our own flavor. He arrogant and he ignorant, ain't he, Brother Sterling?
That he was.
Woe unto thee. Can you imagine going before this king and telling him you foolish, you simple, and you ignorant? What? What did Abraham or Abram say to Nimrod in verse 57?
I thought thou wouldest teach thy servants the upright way, but thou hast not done this, but hast filled the whole earth with thy sins and the sins of thy people who have followed thy ways.
Who have followed your ways. Unc said it remind him of Donald Trump. Would you talk to him, oh foolish, simple, and ignorant king? Would you say that to him? Yeah. Yeah, Unc said, yeah, I tell him. Oh, you gonna be keep on doing what you doing though, bro. I can't wait till the Most High raise me up till I can do these things. If you're doing right, hey, you see what I'm saying? I surely tell him. Y'all see the other day, all them preachers, Paula White, a whole bunch of different Christian preachers, they all praying for him in the White House, put their hand on him and stuff. They're praying for him in Jesus' name. Yeah, yeah. Give him your blessings from heaven. Now he the dude sent here to tear down this man law. That's his purpose. But anyway, he said, I thought you would teach your folks to do right. But skip down to verse 60. What did it say?
And if thy wicked heart will not hearken to my words, to cause thee to forsake thy evil ways, and to serve the eternal Elohim, then wilt thou die in shame in the latter days. Thou, thy people, and all who you are connected with thee, hearing thy words, or walking in thy evil ways.
He telling him, you need to stop all this stuff, man. Hold on, let me see where. Yeah. So this is what T-Rod was doing, Abraham's father. We're gonna skip back a little bit because Abraham was confronting Nimrod about stuff that he was teaching everybody, which his daddy was up into. Let's go read Joshua 9:7-9. And the king, which is who?
Which is Nimrod, and all his servants, which is the world at the time, and Terah, the father of Abraham, with all his household, were then the first of those that served gods of wood and stone. And Terah had 12 gods of large size, made of wood and stone, after the 12 months of the year. And he served each one monthly and every month. Terah would bring his meat offering and drink offering to his gods. Thus did Terah all the days. And all that generation were wicked in the sight of Yahuwah, and they thus made every man his god. But they forsook Yahuwah, who had created them.
They forsook the Most High. They turned their back on him. So they lawless, ain't they? This is what they were doing every month. 12 gods, one for each month of the year. That ain't nothing but the 12 signs of the zodiac. And then you got a 13th one called, one that they call, and they say that's the serpent bearer, the person that's going to destroy this, that's going to destroy the serpent. But anyway, you see all these. You ever have somebody tell you, "What's your sign? What's your sign?" Oh yeah, that's them Tauruses. Don't they say that? Yeah. Oh, them Cancers. Yeah. Oh yeah, you a Cancer. You definitely a Cancer. I said, man, get out of here. I was talking to some Christian people the other day, and they were talking about that. I said, ain't y'all Christians? Yeah. Who are you talking about the zodiac for? Oh, it just, no, he ain't. Man, stop that. Let's go to 2nd Maccabee. Because this stuff, look at this stuff, man. They paying homage. This zodiac stuff goes straight with the birthday stuff. So we're going to take a little side. Let's go to 2nd Maccabees 6:1-7. And let's go ahead. We talking about Antiochus Epiphanes. What did he tell them to do?
Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens, Rome, to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers, and to not to live after the laws of Yahuwah, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter, Olympus, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter, the defender of the strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place.
But skip down. What was this temple filled? What was the Most High's temple filled with?
For the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dialed with harlots.
Who dallied? You know, like dilly dally. You around here dilly dallying. They dilly dallying with harlots in the Most High temple. But guess what? Who the temple today? We are. They dilly and they dilly and the dallying, Unc. You know the dilly dally, auntie? With harlots, with their paganism. Besides this, what else they do?
You want to keep
hold on, go back. Who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that, brought what?
They brought in things that were not lawful. In
these holy places. What are the holy places we have today around town? Churches. Wherever they holding their meetings. And you already know in most of every church, what kind of thing going on? Them reverends, what they doing with the women? Sleeping with all the women in the church. Ain't they doing this? It's all kind of scandals. All kind of scandals. Am I right? And in these churches, do they depart from the law? Yes. And y'all said the boy, let me stop. But anyway, you see it. But what did it say? What did they do? Neither was it what?
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep 7 days or ancient fast, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
What Christians say today? We ain't no Jews. What they say we are? We Gentiles. That's the same thing. And in the day of the king's what?
Birth every month.
They had to celebrate his birth every single month. Every single month. Let's go back to First Maccabees. Antiochus Epiphanes. What did he do in verse 41? We ain't gonna read all 64. We're just gonna hit high points. Go ahead.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath.
Ain't they profaning the Sabbath today? I said the parking lot today was packed, wasn't it? I said they must be coming to rap ministries today. All right. Got up in here when nobody in here but me. I said, I guess they ain't here for that. They down here for the karate dojo down there, ain't they? But anyway, Antiochus made everybody lead the law. Lead the laws. Lead the laws. Go ahead.
For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and to the city of Judea, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
All right, stop right there. We see what they doing. They profaning the Sabbath. They polluting the sanctuary in the holy place. They sacrificing, last was they sacrificing swine's flesh and unclean beasts in the Most High's holy place. The Most High was not happy with their stuff. They had made them forget their law and change their ordinances. Skip to verse 50. Go skip to verse 50.
And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
He should die. If you keep the law, you're going to die. With Christians today, what would that be like? We ain't keeping it no way. Yay! You see this? Do you see this? This is the Christianity today matches this, don't it? Pastor birthday. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's the name of this church? Ebenezer Scrooge Baptist Church. Who are we worshiping? Jesus. Why are we bringing you gifts, good sir? Why are we bringing the preacher Type 1 if you went to a Sunday church and y'all brought birthday gifts for the preacher. First Lady Day. Why? I know we did. Pastor birthday come up, we bringing him gifts. First lady, his wife day, we bringing her gifts. Christmas, we bringing gifts for the pastor and his wife for Christmas. Why? I thought we was here to worship the King. Now, and I never got that Christmas stuff where it's for his birth, but you get the gifts. I thought it was his birthday. Why are you getting the gifts? Do that make sense? Auntie, if you had a birthday party and the party was for you, but they brought gift, everybody came to the party and then they opened the gift that they brought for themselves. She said, dang, 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 James. Yeah, key to life. Yeah, I actually got a class coming about the days of the week and stuff. You know, the days of the month, the days of the week, you know, how they come from pagan origins. But the thing would be, we still use them days. All of the months in the Hebrew calendar, those are Babylonian days. They still use them. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those are pagan days. But I don't see nobody telling somebody what day we gonna meet. Oh, we gonna meet day 4. No, you still use the day. That don't mean just because you say Thursday don't mean you worshiping Thor. You see what I'm saying? Just because you're using Monday or you're saying March. Oh yeah, March. Tomorrow we gonna meet March. We gonna meet in March. You ain't saying you worshiping Mars. That's just the month, right? But yeah, she said, Sister Yanni said she personally didn't, but others did, giving gifts. Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, but they forsook the law and all of that stuff. They just, and let me show you what they did. Verse 56, what else did they do? And they did what?
And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire.
Brother Sterling, what would that have been that they burnt up and tore up?
The Torah.
Yes, their Bible. They burnt the Bible. Christians have essentially done the same thing. We ain't you just showed them something else. That's Old Testament. You just burnt the Bible. We ain't under that no more. We'll go back there and get Daniel in the lines then. I didn't put him in here today. We'll be here all day. They burnt the Bible up, didn't they? You basically, Christians will say, if today if they went house to house asking for your Old Testament, the Christian will be like, oh, that's no problem. No problem at all, Bob. What was is. They were Antiochus Epiphanes was having them burn their Bibles, tearing their Bibles up. And if you were found with the book of the Testament, what happened? Verse 57, whosoever was found with any the book of the Testament, or if any committed to the law, what the king do?
The king's commandment was that they should be put to death.
They should be put to death. On the 25th day of the month, what did they have to do? He already look back here. He already told you every month they got to keep his birthday, and 25th of every month they had to sacrifice upon the idol altar. Every month, every single month. So we know December 25th in there too, don't we? Man, get out of here. But you see, he told him, if you don't eat these unclean things, we gonna kill you. What? Today Christians will be, we're safe. 1, we don't believe in that old law. 2, we can eat anything now. They say from King Antiochus Epiphanes, which was an Antichrist. So when Yeshua returned, guess what he doing? We ain't gonna read all this. What he doing to people eating swine's flesh, Brother Sterling?
Those eating swine flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together. Now, what did it say above Isaiah 66:15? What did it say at the top? The final judgment and glory of the master.
We ain't had no final judgment. But anyway, you can even back it up to verse 60, chapter 65. Verse 3, these people, what they do? People that what?
That provoketh me to anger continually to my face.
Continually to my face. Hold on, continually to my face. They sacrifice in God. And this is a chapter above. Now let's go back to the chapter. He said, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in gardens, eating swine's flesh. But what does that do to the Most High, Brother Sterling, in verse 3? Doing that, what does it do?
It provokes him to anger.
So is he the same yesterday, today, and forever?
Yes.
So with us eating pigs, would that still provoke him?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to tell you, man. Verse 4, it said, these people, they remain among the graves and lodge in moments. What they do at these graves and monuments? They eat what?
Swine's flesh. And broth of abomination things is in their vessels.
I'm trying to tell you. What did he say he ain't gonna do in verse 6 in the yellow? He ain't gonna what?
I will not keep silence, but I will recompense.
I'm gonna repay you for your evil deeds. I ain't gonna keep quiet. See, here's the problem. People don't read the Bible, do they? He don't like that people that people doing whatever they want to do. But anyway, let's get off that. I looked this up. Approximately 70% of restaurants in the United States, they serve pork. That's 7 out of 10 restaurants. That's 70 out of 100 restaurants. That's 700 out of 1,000 restaurants, ain't it? You can't go to a place that really we not eating clean, are we? Because if you go to McDonald's, they don't cook your beef burger. They have that same bacon from the bacon burger on the same, don't they? I said, what country eats the most pork? Guess which one it is? This one. That devil knows. Let's get back to Abraham, though. Let's get back to Abraham. So when Abram talking crazy to Nimrod, is because his father Terah went and told on him and said, he broke my 12 statues for all of the gods of the month. He broke them. But it's a problem with that, though. Abraham supposed to be dead, Terah. You don't went and told on me. you don't went and told on me. You told old Abraham to Nimrod, but Nimrod said, "Hey, ain't he supposed to be dead?" Because when he was young, when he was a baby, Nimrod said, "It's a prophecy about this boy. It's a star. It's a star in the east about this boy that he gonna be a great nation one day. So you got to give him to me so I can kill him." But what Abraham did was he took one of his servants' children and gave it to Nimrod to slay.
Not Abraham. Not Abraham didn't do that, though.
No, not Abraham. Terah gave that servant son to make Nimrod think that it was Abraham that was slayed as a child. But now here you come back telling me 32 years later that he done broke up these gods. Oh, we got to kill you, good brother. And so guess what T-Rod did? He said, my son Haran told me to do that. And so he got both his sons cast into the prison.
Furnace.
Furnace. Which is what he was in prison first, and then he was cast into the what? Furnace. And we're gonna show you in the end, it's a prison that you don't want to be in. It is also a what? A furnace. Yeah, it's a carcinogen. Yeah, it's highly cancer causing. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I say that devil is a master deceiver. A master deceiver. He got this whole world deceived, don't he? Good is evil, and evil is now what? Good. I almost threw up in my mouth the other day. This guy got on, I was listening to him, and he said, I would like to introduce my husband, Dave. And when he came up, they I know cheek. And you can kiss him on the cheek. I said, get this off my TV. I don't know. And one of my feeds, Jerry Springer came up. I said, how did Jerry Springer get in my feed? But it was about this dude who was he was dating this person online, but this person online didn't tell him that they was a T person. You know what a T person is? Trans person. So the guy came out there and he was like, and they was like, oh, he's been looking backstage and he didn't know that you were. That guy came out there, you a dude. He was like, I'm not a dude. I'm a woman. He said, no, you're a dude. She was like, we still can try. It doesn't matter. I just wanted you to love me for me. And man, that dude punched him in the face. They were fist fighting. I said, what kind of stuff is that? How did this pop into my feed? I said, hey, this shouldn't be. And then after I watched it, I told YouTube, don't put this in my algorithm no more. But it was funny. Wasn't it funny? Man, my wife, we looked at it. We looked at it. And then he said, we can give it a try. That dude said, he was really, truly disgusted. Hey, I don't hate nobody. I'm just telling you what the Bible say. If a transgender person fall down and hurt themselves, I'm going to help them up. Give them some scriptures on the way, too. On the way to the hospital. You know, why the ambulance, because they ain't getting them a car. But on the way for the ambulance coming, I'm like, hey, man, hey, yeah, what's your name? Yeah. You know that it's divine inspiration for us for me to see you fall and bust your head today. But this is wrong. Let me give you a few scriptures. Let me give you a card. Hey, think about this. We got a class called The Origin of. You go and watch that, okay? All right, man. I hope your leg be better. That's broken like 5 places. Bye now. Yeah, man. But anyway, what was he in? In prison. And the king said unto the princes and the sage, and what did he say? What did he say?
Have you heard what Abraham, the son of Terah, has done to his father? Thus has he done to him, and I ordered him to be brought before me. And thus he has spoken. His heart did not misgive him, neither did he stir in my presence. And behold, now he is confined in the prison.
Hold on. Watch my linoleum, man. What are you doing over there? We got to watch it. No, I'm messing with him. That is linoleum, ain't it? Is it, auntie? Some kind of laminate wood, yeah. But anyway, he was confined in prison. But what they say in verse 5 should happen to a man that talk to the king and talk crazy to the king. The man who reviled the king shall be what?
Hanged upon a tree.
What? And in the bold black, he must be what?
Therefore be burned to death.
Burned to death. Get it at verse 6.
If it please the king to do this, let him order his servants to kindle a fire, both night and day, in thy brick furnace. And then we will cast this man into it. And the king did so. And he commanded his servants that they should prepare a fire for 3 days and 3 nights in the king's furnace. That is in Casino.
Hold on. They preparing a fire for a righteous man. And the king ordered what?
Them to take Abram from prison and bring him out to be burned.
Take him out to prison and put him in the furnace. Out of the what? Frying pan into the what? Skillet. Okay. But what this happened? And Terah was what?
Greatly terrified in the king, being Nimrod, presence. And he said to the king, it was Haran, my eldest son, who advised me to do this. And Haran was in those days that Abram was born 32 and 30 years old.
32 years old. Because he had to tell him, you telling on me? Hold on. Terah told on Abraham for breaking up his idols to Nimrod. But 32 years ago, you told Nimrod, you made Nimrod think that you gave him up this child. And so to get out of trouble, guess what Terah did? My son Haran told me to do it.
A liar.
But verse 17, Haran didn't have nothing to do with it. But guess what? That ring, Yeshua told you your family gonna turn you in. You know you ain't did nothing. But Haran did not advise his father to do anything. Keep reading 4.
Terah said this to the king in order to deliver his soul from the king, for he feared greatly. And the king said to Terah, Haran, thy son, who advised thee to do this, shall die through fire with Abram. For the sentence of death is upon him for having rebelled against the king's desire in doing this.
And
Haran at the time felt inclined to follow the ways of Abram, but he kept it within himself.
Whoa. He thought to do right. He thought about doing right, but he kept it within himself. Y'all, I'm telling y'all better share these truthful people. Don't be. Oh, yeah. And Haran said in his heart, what?
Behold, now the king has seized Abram on account of these things which Abram did. And it shall come to pass that if Abram prevailed over the king, I will follow him. But if the king prevail, I will go after the king.
He double-minded. Let's skip ahead and see what happened. But when they in there, what did it say?
And the king's servants took Abram and his brother Haran, and they stripped them of all their clothes, excepting their lower garments, which were upon them.
Didn't Yeshua say you're gonna have to deal with nakedness? They're gonna throw you in prison, strip you of your clothes. You know, and nakedness also too, man. You ain't gonna have money to buy clothes. You're gonna be struggling basically. This too. They were stripped of all their clothes except in their lower garment. These people sick. Why y'all so worried about me being in my drawers? If I'm in the fire, it's gonna burn it up anyway. What are they trying to do? Humiliate you. Strip you of your garments. Get in that fire. Buck naked. They just in there in their Hanes drawers. Fruit of the Loom drawers. Can you imagine walking before all the people and you in your drawers, you trying to cover up? Not these people today, they happy. Look at me. The folks just walking around naked basically, don't they? They wouldn't even feel bad. To embarrass them, you just got to pull their drawers all the way off. Because today people like being naked. They like showing skin, don't they? Men and women, don't they? Man, come up in there. Muscles. Unc said big scrapping rascal. But what they do? They bound their hands and feet with linen cords. And what?
And the servants of the king lifted them up and cast them both into the furnace.
Cast them both in there. What the Most High do to Abram?
And the Most High loved Abram, and he had compassion over him. And Yahuwah came down and delivered Abram from the fire, and he was not burned.
He wasn't burned, just like them Hebrew boys, wasn't he? Go ahead.
But all the cords which they bound him were burned, while Abram remained and walked about in the fire.
What happened to Haran?
But Haran died when they had cast him into the fire, and he was burned to ashes.
Why?
For his heart was not perfect with Yahuwah.
Mm,
And though,
it wasn't perfect. I thought we was gonna have to come get you. Thought you had fell in, my good brother. Mm. It says, what he did? How long did he walk in that fire?
and Abram walked in the midst of the fire 3 days and 3 nights.
Just like the Messiah, wasn't it? But now let's go to the last one, Micaiah. You ask most Christians, who is Micaiah? Who? I don't know. Some guy in the Bible. The unshakable prophet. Are you unshakable, Auntie? Unshakable. I'm unshakable. Yeah, and what? It used to be times when I was younger, you know, how you would, and I learned how to overcome anxiety and terror of what might happen the next day as a young man. I learned that. Hey, it is what it is what it is. All right, whatever. I'll deal with it when I would get there. You got to get like that. You can't let stuff terrify you to death. But anyway, let's go to this 40. Now, we ain't going to read all 40 verses, of course. But this is when Ahab, and he wanted to get back Ramoth Gilead, which was in Syria. So he kinged up. So Ahab was the northern house king, and Jehoshaphat was the southern house king. So he was like, "Hey man, I want you to go with me so we can go take this place." But Jehoshaphat was like, "Let's see what the man of Yah got to say first." So go on to verse 7. We're gonna start at verse 7.
And Jehoshaphat said, "Is there not here a prophet of Yahuwah besides that which might inquire of him? Besides that which we might inquire of him." And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, "There is yet one man." How did you say his name again?
Micaiah,
the son of Elma, by whom we may acquire of Yahuwah. But I hate him.
Hold on. He want to know, should we go up, right? Should we go up? And then Jehoshaphat said, we got to ask the man of Yah first, because at first he asked his 400 other prophets that would say, yeah, go up. You know, that's the itching ear. Oh, yeah, I want to see what they say. And Jehoshaphat was like, no, we need to go hear somebody else. The 400 men said, go up. One man was acting all crazy. Yeah, go up. We going to gore him up. Yeah. Well, yeah, we going to get him. And Ahab was like, yeah, I like what he said. But now Jehoshaphat was like, if 400 people saying it, I'm going to need another opinion. And so Ahab said, yeah, there's one more guy named Micaiah, but I hate him. I don't like him. Why don't he like him?
For he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil.
Stop right there. See, he want the smooth stuff, don't he? He want that good stuff, blessings, sugar and spice, and everything nice. No, we can't give you that. But keep reading.
And other prophets prophesied so, saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the king's hand.
That's what the false prophet saying. Go on up there. Go on up there. You're going to win. But what Micaiah say in verse 14?
And Micaiah said, as Yahuwah liveth, what Yahuwah saith unto me, that I will speak.
That I will speak. I ain't here to tickle your ears and tickle your fancy. Keep reading.
So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for Yahuwah shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of Yahuwah?
So he asked him, shall I go up? And Micaiah said, yeah, go ahead. Go on, do it. That's what you want me to say anyway. Go on, do it. All the 400 other, they said it. Go ahead and do it then. And Ahab knew that. He was like, man, why don't you tell me the truth? Because he like, you only want me to tell you to go and go up. Go ahead and go. That's what you want. You want to get what you want. Go and go. Go ahead. Keep reading.
And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not a shepherd. And Yahuwah said, These have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil?
See that? So basically, he telling them, "Don't go up. Don't do this." He said, "See, didn't I tell you? That's why I hate him." Read verse 19.
And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of Yahuwah. I saw Yahuwah sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And Yahuwah said, Who shall persuade Ahab, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth-Gilead, Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner.
One said on this manner, one. So this is a heavenly meeting taking place, ain't it? Long story short, they gonna pursue. Since he want to go up there, he gonna go up there. But what he end up doing to Micaiah in
And
verse
there
24, just in red,
smote Micaiah on the cheek.
slapped him in the face, and long story short, what he do? Put this fellow in what?
Prison.
And feed him with what?
Bread of affliction with the water of affliction, until I come in peace.
Until I come in peace. So he said, I'm gonna lock him up. Keep him here. If I come or don't come, keep him here. If I come back, then we let him out. If I don't make it, he got to stay there and eat bread and water in prison. But Micaiah said, what?
If thou return it at all in peace, Yahuwah hath not spoken by me. And he said, Hearken, O people, every one of you.
So basically what he told him is, oh, you gonna die. You got to tell the people the truth. I could easily go out here and teach everybody about tithing and blessings and fill my pockets up, couldn't I? Because guess what? Most people are they sheeple. They are just not being hard. They stupid. I could trick them easy, couldn't you? But I'm not like that. But anyway, let's go back. Let's see what Yeshua said. Because all of these people, none of the Most Highest people cared anything about their lives, did they? They didn't care nothing. We almost done. We in single digits. They don't care about their life. All of them went to prison for the Most High, didn't they? Did all of them find favor? They pretty much did. Did he deliver them? Except Micaiah got slapped. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. That's what happened to him. Matthew, let's see what the Messiah said. He that what?
Findeth his life, which could be all that want to do and care about, shall lose it. And he
that findeth his life, that means doing whatever they want and care about. You're gonna lose that. And he that loseth his life, what that mean? All they want to do and care about. For the people that will find their life, he that find his life doing what they want to do, you're gonna lose it. And he that loses his life, but don't care about the things of this world, he gonna find his life. John 12:25, what it say? He who what?
Loves his life will lose it.
And he who
hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life.
You gotta hate this world. See, people love this world, don't they? You wanna know how I know? Because he said, remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. What they doing? Whatever they want. They find in their life, but they don't realize they losing it. Everybody that's here today, the Most High has marked you down. He won't be able to say you broke the Shabbat. Verse 26, it says, if anyone what?
Serves me, let him follow me. And where I am, there my servant will be also. If anyone serves me, him my Father will honor.
Him my Father will honor. I want to read verse 25 in the Bible in basic English. Read that one, Brother Sterling, down the bottom. He who what?
He who is in love with life will have it taken from him. And he who has no care for his life and this world will keep it forever and ever.
Y'all hear that, children? You can't fall in love with this life. Electronics, games, fun. I'm trying to tell you, that's gonna get you're gonna lose your life, ain't you? Matthew 10:28. Well, because it's a prison that we gotta fear. You shouldn't be fearing this regular prison. What did it say? What Yeshua say?
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
That's what you need to fear. Don't fear this regular prison where they gotta feed you 3 times a day, don't they? Don't fear that. Shoot, man, I'll be up in there like it's a country club. What time is chow? As long as I got these right here, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I carry this everywhere I go. Money Mike downstairs, I had set my bag down. He grabbed my bag. He said, man, what the heck you got in that bag? He said, what's in there? I said, if I told you, I had to kill you. He started laughing. But no, I carry my Septuagint everywhere I go. My book of Jasher, my Bible, my Enoch. I carry minimum 2 laptops. You know, I need 2, one for work, one for, I gotta have them both. I carry my little duffel bag with cords and external hard drives, and they all full of study stuff. You gotta be. And it'd be packed up at nighttime in case it's a house fire. I can just run down there and get it. Everybody else say, oh, my bag. They're like, no, don't go back in there. Unhand me, you ruffians. I'm going to run and grab that bag and run back out. Get the water, run in there real fast and pull my bag up out of there. Matter of fact, that might be the first thing I grab. Nah. But anyway, oh boy. But what is he? Because a lot of these people, you gonna lose. What did he say? He 2 times said he gonna tell you to get away from me. What did it say in Matthew 25:41?
Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. That
fire ain't, see, wicked Nimrod, who is the Antichrist, the original Antichrist, wicked Nimrod, he was preparing a fire for righteous people. But guess what the Most High do? He got a fire prepared for who? Unrighteous people. It wasn't originally for mankind. It was for the devil and them evil angels. What he gonna say in Matthew 7:23? Go ahead. What did it say?
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work lawlessness.
Ye that work what? Yes, thank you, good brother. That's the same. That's lawlessness. Anomia. Paul said, I don't care what Paul said if he's saying something different than what the Messiah said. The Messiah ain't never said nothing about no law being done away with, did he? So we're going to go to here, the book of Enoch real quick. We're going to look at this this lake of fire. We ain't going to read all of it. What is it? What is in verse 2 call it?
Something horrible.
It's something horrible. You don't want this. Verse 4 said, what did it say?
For what sin are they bound, and on why have they been cast in here?
Uriel, what did he say? One of the holy angels who with me, he said, why you ask this? But get verse 6.
These are some of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandment of Yahuwah, and are bound here until 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are consumed.
So that's how you know. So that's how you know when the Most High, you say in the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. You know, he said, let there be light. We don't know how much time it was before. You see what I'm saying? They got to be bound 10,000 years. But what did Enoch say in verse 9? He said, I am what?
He said, I'm afraid of this place and cannot stand to look at it.
Can't even stand to look at it. That's what you need to fear. You ain't got to fear these men's prisons. 201 Popular. You ain't got to fear that, do you? Alcatraz, Angola. I sure don't want to go to Angola. That's one of the man. Rikers Island. Ain't that how they run? I start singing. I sing praises to your name. Then they fall off. Everybody else like this. Brother running just walking. I see you. I see you. I see you. They say, I see you. Brother running, you gonna be in the ICU? No, I said, I see you. But anyway, verse 10, who was this place for in Just the Yellow?
This place is the prison of the angels. And here they will be imprisoned forever.
So the purpose of keeping the Shabbat is to learn about the Messiah so that you won't have to be in that prison. I'm trying to get you ready for being a prisoner of the Most High, not being in that prison right there, the lake of fire. You don't want to be there. It's real, y'all. There's been many accounts of people that have died and came back. What they say? Oh, hell is real. They were atheists. Come back. Now, I done gave my life to Jesus. We know the devil got a prison. He gonna be let out, ain't he? We only got a few more after this. We only got 4 after this, just 4. Y'all hang on to your bridges. You know, Auntie, I told you that the class was 53 slides yesterday, didn't it? No, But anyway, Satan will be bound how long, Sterling?
1,000 years.
1,000 years. And an angel gonna put him down there. Let's see what this angel gonna do in verse 1. What he gonna do?
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
1,000 what?
Years.
1,000. How come Lucifer ain't up there? We see dragon, serpent, devil, Satan. Where in the heck is Lucifer? Why is he not called Lucifer nowhere else in the Bible? That would have been a great time to say that ancient serpent Lucifer, wouldn't it? That ain't his name. Stop it. But go ahead and cast him into what?
The bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
A little season. Skip to verse 7. Let's see him get out. What's going to go down?
And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
He free. He going to be free. I'm free. Give us free. That's what he going to say. Give us free. Y'all go watch that movie, Amistad. And he should go out to what?
To deceive the nations, which are in the 4 quarters of the earth. Gog and Magog.
Gog and Magog. See, what people don't realize is before the Messiah come back, it's a Gog and Magog thing that goes on. And after the 1,000 millennial, they rise back up. They're going to say, hey, our master has been let out of his prison. Do you guys remember when we could eat ham sandwiches? Yeah. Do you remember when we had Christmas and Easter and Halloween? Yeah. Well, we're going to get it back. Our master Satan has come to rescue us. Yeah. Let's get him. They're going to remember, because for 1,000 years, Yeshua ain't got no opposition, do we? Then they let the devil out, and he gonna try one more time. This is last hurrah. His last battle that he gonna try to win. You know, Gog and Magog. That's what. See, we at the first God. We at the precipice of the first Gog and Magog before the Messiah returns. Then the Messiah returns. He do 1,000 years, and then guess what? Satan let back out, and he rise up them Gog and Magog again. Give verse 20.
And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and they in the beloved city, and fire came down from Elohim out of heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of the fire and brimstone.
This is for destruction. You can stop right there. But you remember when Yeshua said this back here? They can destroy both body and soul in hell. This is the hell right here. That word is Gehenna. Gehenna. It's the hell is the place of future punishment called Gehenna or Gehenna fire. This was originally the valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where the filth of dead animals of the city were cast out and burned. It is a fit symbol. It is a fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction. This is the valley of Hinnom today. He gonna burn the trash. You remember when Yeshua said, every tree that beareth not fruit will be cast down and what? Chopped down, hewn down and what? Cast where? Into the fire. Terms for hell. Look at all these terms. Sheol, Hades, they're the same thing. Tartarus in the bottomless pit, they're the same thing too. It's just a deeper dimension of hell. Gehenna is the place where everything, the Gehenna in the lake of fire, that's the place where you will be destroyed. Your soul will be destroyed. See, people don't get this. And what's the key to not going to that prison? Not sinning. Not sinning. We only got 3 more. Hold on, we got doing it. Yeah, don't worry about it. But Christians love to say, we ain't under the law. You see that one at the top. But what Paul say? What then? Shall we what?
Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? Elohim forbid.
But what is sin, Brother Sterling?
Sin is the transgression of the law.
Yes. 16, he said, know ye not to what?
To whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
He said, whoever you yield your servants or your members to, or your body to obey, that's whose servant ye are. Whether you obey, whether you whom you obey, whether you sin, which gives you what? Death, because the wages of sin is what? Death. It says, or of obedience to righteousness. Sin, you get death. Obedience, you get righteousness. But what the heck do we obey? The law. Well, we're under the moral law. Okay, what the Bible say that at? But anyway, let's just give you what command, the 10 Commandments. Okay. So you said the 10 Commandments, the moral law? Yeah. What about number 4? Well, except that no. Remember the Sabbath? That is a moral law. Because if you withhold rest from somebody, that's evilness, ain't it? That's evil. That's a moral law. I was watching Zorro because of Kelvin Ben Yehuda reminded me of that movie last week. And that's a good statement, brother. I read your statement. That is so true. They all liars. They are direct. They are what the Bible calls a false prophet. If Peter, Paul, or Yahushua, if they changed anything, they're a false prophet. Yeah. But in that movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Antonio Banderas, Catherine Zeta-Jones was a Catholic and she went in for confession and she said, forgive me, Father. She talking to the priest. She said, I have sinned. She said, I have broken the fourth commandment. And I was like, oh, so when my ears perk up when I hear that. What was it? Shaka Khan, you all right? But my ears perked up. I said, what is she gonna say? And she said, I have dishonored my father. I said, that ain't the fourth commandment. But we already showed you they changed the commandments, didn't they? Number 4 is remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. Honor your mama and father is the 5th commandment. But see, when you take one away, it shifts all the other ones up. Yeah. And then the final commandment, which is don't covet, they make that into 2. Don't covet your neighbor's wife or house. They make them 2 separate commands. People don't know this, do they? But verse 17, what it say?
But Elohim be thanked that ye were the servants of sin.
Ye were servants of sin. What does that mean, ye were, auntie? You're not that anymore. But see, Christian tell you can't nobody not be sons. Next week we got the all things class. Ooh. You know how they say I can do all things? We're going to show you in the Bible 98% of the time when the Bible says all things, it's talking about the law. You know I can show you that, right? Don't you, Brother Sterling?
Yes, sir.
I got a track record, don't I, auntie? Got a track record. If I say it, I'm going to show you. Most of the time when it talks about all things, it's talking about what? The law of the Most High. So when Yeshua says I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me, what is he talking about? You can do all the law. You can render it perfect. Ooh, that's next week. I got to show you that, don't I? I got to show it to you. But anyway, he said ye were servants of sin, but ye what?
Have obeyed from the heart that from our doctrine, which was delivered you.
That form of doctrine which was delivered unto you. What doctrine? I give ye good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. Because if you forsake his law, you are in iniquity. You are lawless. But verse 18, what?
But then made free from sin, ye became the servants of righteousness.
You became the servants of righteousness. Sterling, please remind the people what righteousness is.
Righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
Yes.
Got it.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. You are servant to that now. Go to verse 20. For when ye were servants of sins, what?
Ye were free from righteousness.
When you were sinning, you was free from righteousness. That's the law. You weren't under the law of righteousness. You was under the law of sin. That's all Paul's saying. We ain't under that no more. We ain't under the law of sin no more. Now we're going to read all this on out. What did it say?
What fruit had ye then in those things whereof ye are now ashamed?
We should be ashamed of sin. I got a class coming called What Do You Do After You Sin? Are you sorry? Are you sorry, or do you keep doing the stuff? What do you do after you sin? You're supposed to repent, and repent mean a change of mind, a change of heart. You don't do that no more. For it says, what fruit had ye in those things whereof ye are now ashamed? For the end of those things is what, Sterling?
Is death.
But now being made free from what?
From sin.
And become servants to who?
Yahuwah.
Ye what?
Ye have fruit unto holiness, and the end everlasting life.
Every time they asked him, what do I get to get eternal life or everlasting life? He said, keep the commands. You're free from sin, but people keep telling you you're not free from sin. I'm free from having other gods. I don't have no other gods. I'm free from idolatry. I don't got no idols. Threw them shirts with Nike, threw them out. I don't wear that junk no more. I'm trying to tell you, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You got, hey, once you know better, you do better. Everybody ain't on the same level right now. For the wages of sin is what, Sterling?
It's death.
See, what people don't realize is Paul is saying the same thing as Yeshua in John 8:31. Go ahead. What did he say?
Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye as disciples indeed.
He said, then are ye my disciples indeed, if you continue in my word. And they shall what?
Know the truth. And
what?
The truth shall make you free.
Make you free from what?
Death and sin.
Sin. And because you can't say that. Well, what does it say down in verse 34?
Whoever committeth sin is the servant of sin.
Then ain't that the same thing that Paul just said? It just took Paul more verses to say it. He just go in a roundabout way to say that, don't he? He said, this is what he said. He said, to whom ye yield your servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or on be. Why did take you? Yeshua just said, whoever committed sin, that's all he said. If you commit sin, you do servant of sin. Paul going a roundabout way, don't he? See, Christians just stop at verse 14 at the top. That ain't right. You can't do that. But words equal commandments equal sayings, because he said, if you continue in my word. Well, we got to show you what his word is. First off, 14:15 said, if you love me, Sterling, do what?
Keep my commandments.
Now, skip to verse 21. He that have my what?
Commandments and keepeth them. He it is that loved me.
All right, stop right there. Stop right there. Go to verse 23. So we see first, he already called it. We see words back here, but here he calls it commandments. Let's see what else he calls it. Verse 23. What did he call it?
My words.
That's all. In verse 24, what if he called it?
My sayings.
Sayings. Sayings, words, commandments. Commandments, words, sayings. They all equal to law. But skip down to verse 26.
But the Comforter, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all these things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you.
So what is everything he has said unto? He said the Comforter, the Holy Ghost, the Ruach, is going to bring he going to teach you all things and bring back to your remembrance whatever I have said to you. But we already know he can't say anything other than what Moses said. We see it right there, don't we? We ain't going to read that. You see it. He the prophet like unto Moses. Screenshot it, take a picture, mail it to your mom and your daddy. We got to be, because guess what? Moses was a servant. All of them were servants. Even Abraham was a servant. Abraham was not a servant. Yes, he was. We all want to be prisoners and servants to Yahushua the Messiah, the Hamashiach, servants, even down at the bottom. What I wanted you to see, this is our last one. It said, remember who?
Abraham. Isaac.
What was he? Just Abraham. What was he?
A servant.
A servant. They all servants. Paul, all of the prophets, all of the disciples, they're all servants, and they all teach the truth. They all teach that you have to follow the Messiah. You got to live how he lived, do what he do, mirror him. Well, the law is a shadow. Well, Yeshua is the person that casts the shadow. The Yeshua, whatever he does, the shadow does. When he come back, he putting everything right back like it was. So let's get on up out of here. Let's get on up out of here.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter into the gates into the city.
Stop right there. People, this is one of the most important verses in the Bible, isn't it? Blessed are they that do his commandments. What would the opposite be, Sterling?
Cursed are those who do not do his commandments.
That they may have right to the tree of life. So if you don't do the commandments, do you have right to the tree of life, Brother Sterling?
You have right to the lake of fire.
Yes, you do. That's gonna be your destination. If you don't keep his commandments, are you going into the gates into the city?
Nope.
You're gonna remain in the gates of Babylon. That's where you're gonna remain. Go ahead.
For outside are dogs and sorcerers. And
Wait a minute, Brother Sterling. I can't bring Roscoe.
Mm-mm.
My children, they probably they hating they got a dog now, because ain't he a lot of responsibility? They had to get up, they take turns taking them out in the morning time, 6 a.m. Oh, you just hear feet stomping down there. See, they thought daddy was gonna be doing all this stuff. Can we have a dog? They mama was like, no, they don't need no dog. They ain't ready for no dog. I said, we've been talking about getting a dog for 15 years now. When we gonna get one? But that responsibility, but I don't think he can come. But when you talk about dogs in this sense, it just means an immoral person, a person that commits sin. You know, dogs, what they job to do? Chase away rats and eat trash and stuff. That's what dogs do. They'll eat anything, won't they? If you laid out dead and they hungry, guess what they gonna eat? They gonna at least get a few. I don't know, Roscoe, he picky. Man, he the only dog I know. You give him some meat, he leave it. I said, what manner of dog is this? No, Roscoe is picky, ain't he? His auntie said he ain't one of them Tunica County dogs. But anyway, go ahead.
And whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whoever so loveth and maketh a lie. I, Yahushua, have sent mine angels to testify unto you these things in the churches. I'm the root and the offspring of David, the bright and the morning star, which could also be known as Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
And the Spirit, Yahushua, and the bride, the New Jerusalem, say,
Come!
And let him that heareth say,
Come!
And let him that athirst,
come!
And whosoever will, let him take the water of life.
Freely! Freely, freely, freely. Brothers and sisters, Auntie, are you ready for prison? Which prison are you not ready for? Satan's prison. We ain't trying to go there. I'm trying to tell you, and my job is to keep all of the Most High people that come across my path out of the lake of fire. That's my job, to keep you out of there. Out of there. I don't want you to go there. It's not a place for you. It's so bad. It is so bad, guys, that we're going to have family members that don't make it. And we're going to cry. But guess what the Most High is going to do? He's going to wipe every tear from your eye. And then, you worry about them, but then when you turn around and see all that glory, like on Why Did I Get Married, when Jill Scott said, I felt that, when she found a good man, But yeah, I love and appreciate all of y'all. Hey, we getting down to the nitty gritty. This so-called rule of law, it's falling to pieces, ain't it? Supreme Court said, hey, that was illegal. He said, so I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Ooh, see, that's what I'm going to do. If Brother Ronnie do get locked up, I'm going to say, I ain't got to do that. Why? Because Donald Trump don't. I'm just following our leader. They going to tell him, don't you know you the wrong color? But yeah, we coming to some times. You know what I'm saying? It's getting down to it. Iran, I never would have thought America would bomb Iran. You never thought, man. I said, y'all go back. I'm gonna send y'all that class, Key to Life. I'm gonna send it to you. Love and appreciate everybody. Remember, Passover coming up. I think we're gonna 6:30. We're gonna meet here. I do a little lesson, then we'll eat the bread and the wine. The following, March 31st. And then on April the 1st, we'll come back around the same. But I think we'll do 6 o'clock. We'll do 6 o'clock, and then we'll be eating food and stuff like that. We bread and wine both nights because that's what you do. That's what we gonna do. Invite all your people. We got the Warrens and the Olmsteads coming to town. Yeah, they coming to y'all are coming to town, ain't you, good brother?
Yeah,
We're gonna have lamb. Don't worry about that, huh? We gonna have that too. Not the first night though. We just gonna do the bread and the wine and a little teaching. We ain't gonna even be here that long for that. But then the first day of unleavened bread, I wrote down the titles of the class. I'll give y'all that next week. They're gonna be 2 powerful classes in back-to-back days. And we gonna have the Shabbat later on that week. Shoot, y'all gonna get 3 great lessons in 1 week. This gonna be some stuff you ain't never heard before. Yeah. Oh, brother King say he gonna be here. Yeah. And he said we'll be there. Sister Fancy Nancy and Mama Margie coming with you? Let me know. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay, I'll send it to you, brother Kelvin. I got you. I'll send that to y'all after class. Give me the 4 o'clock. It'll be in y'all hands or in y'all digital hands, But love and appreciate everybody. Go out and be an ambassador for the Messiah, because you might be the only Torah people see. Oh yeah, final word for Brother Sterling. I almost forgot. You got that, good brother. Great, excellent reading, by the way.
Thank you. All I have today is Hebrews 10:36. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of the Father, you may receive what is promised. So pray for endurance so that you can continue in the things to pursue the Most High's will.
Say that again. Say that. No, the promise part. Say that again. That was powerful. Say that again.
For the scripture?
No, yeah. Read. Say it again. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of the Father, you may receive what is promised.
What is promised, good brother?
Everlasting life.
That's right. You got to do it, folks. You can't just think about it. Haran, or some books, it's Charan with a Charan. Charan wanted to do right. He was double-minded, and Abraham was delivered from the fire, but Haran was burnt to ashes. Thank you for that Hebrews 10:35, good brother. All right. You had that, huh?
36.
30, 35, 36, 36, 35. Potato, tomato. Give a little, take a little. Nah. But hey, thank you for that. Thank you for that, good brother. That was needed and powerful, and it goes right with the lesson too. You got to do. But thank y'all for coming on in. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Got a Bible question? Go to rapministry.org. You got prayer requests? Same place. You got my personal number. You know what to do. Hit a brother up. We'll get to you. If you ring, I'm gonna answer it. Hello? Yeah. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. You take care. We take care of the people, don't we? Peace and blessings to all. We're out, brother Ken. Yes, that is correct. 31st and the 1st. That is correct, my good brother. Love and appreciate everybody. Pray for me and my strength in this. And most high willing, me and brother Josh or brother Sterling will be back next week. You might see one or the other or both of them. I don't know. But we'll be back next week, most high willing, with another great lesson. Go out. Please go be an example of the Messiah, because he is so desperately needed in the lives of all of the people in the world. Hallelujah. We are out. Peace and blessings. Y'all ready for part 2?